How's everyone doing? Oh, come on. This is Central Florida. It's beautiful. How's everyone doing? My name is Chris Bose, Senior Tournament Manager with B.A.S S, and I want to welcome everyone here in the parking lot at the Bass Pro Shops in Orlando, Florida, and those watching on Bassmaster.com. I want to welcome you to the third and final day of our Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Southern Open presented by Allstate. It's our kickoff event of the 2014 season. We started with 200 pro anglers and 200 co-anglers, cut down to our top 12 pros, our top 12 coaches, sent them out on the water at 7 a.m. this morning from the beautiful, beautiful new lakefront park down there in the city of Kissimmee, out onto the Kissimmee chain for an 8-hour day of fishing, and now they are returning with their results, and we got a great fan base out here to cheer them on, some of them coming from as far away as Texas, and some of them starting the week from as far away as Italy, Australia, Japan, all around the country, all trying to compete for over $250,000 in cash and merchandise. So it's really come down to this one day here, whether these anglers are going to get the results they hope for and finish the deal, seal the deal, and potentially qualify for the 2015 Bassmaster Classic. It's going to be on Lake Hartwell, Greenville, South Carolina. This angler today that wins this event on the pro side is going to be the first qualifier for that 2015 Bassmaster Classic. So we got a lot of folks. The anglers are lining up. We got a lot of folks we got to thank before we get this thing started. Of course, I want you to put your hands together for the folks here at Bass Pro Shops and everything they've done to get the facility ready. And welcome all of our partners here so we could bring all the fans and just have a great day. The weather's cooperated. Also, our presenting sponsor, Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. So happy to have them on board. They're over there registering folks right now to win a brand new Nitro boat, Z9, powered by a Mercury outboard. So if you haven't got over there and signed up, you need to do that. They got some cool activities for the kids, the young adult, and even old folks like myself. You can have an opportunity to get yourself a fishing lure and a photo on the cover of Bassmaster magazine, that coveted spot. So get over there and check out all of their stuff. And if you haven't got over to Toyota yet, they are giving away $5 gift cards for the Bass Pro Shops. So if you got here late and you can get a chance, you need to rush on over there and get yourself a $5 gift card that you can go ahead and turn around and spend right in the store. All you got to do is register with them. I want to thank Carhartt for coming out, and really want to thank Carhartt for supplying me with some great apparel throughout the early part of this week, where it seemed like it was probably in the 20s and 30s out there. Realistically, probably the 30s and 40s. But, hey, when you've been living down in Florida for 10 years like I have, it felt like 20s. So the Carhartt stuff really got me through the week, and I do appreciate that. But they also have a spin to win that you can get over there and take advantage of. Also, our good friends with Z-Man Baits, which you're going to hear something about called the chatterbait today. And a lot of you, if you're anglers, you've been fishing down here in Florida for a long time, you know exactly what the chatterbait is. But they got some great products. And you need to get by and stop and see Power Pole. Power Pole has a program called the Captain's Cash. It's a contingency program for anglers that are fishing tournaments. And certainly the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Opens presented by Allstate is one of the series that is eligible for the Captain's Cash monies, but there are also a lot of other different trails, so you need to get to their website or get over there and talk to Blake about the opportunities they have, and get yourself a power pole and take part in that program. It really is rewarding and certainly a great product that's absolutely necessary when you're fishing here in Florida. I want to thank Livingston Lures. If you got here a few minutes ago, they were able to provide us with some great apparel to throw out to the folks. Not only that, but they got some cool technology that Eric and his group over there will be glad to talk to you about, and they're really excited to roll it out at the 2014 Bassmaster Classic. It's going to be up in Birmingham, Alabama, our host city, with our Lake Gunnersville, our fishery, and certainly the folks at Gunnersville doing a lot to make this happen. And I'm going to tell you right now, that 2014 Bassmaster Classic is going to be a record setter. I'm going on record right now saying that you're going to see the heaviest Bassmaster Classic catch ever. So I want to thank those folks for coming out. And unfortunately, some of our great supporters couldn't be here, but they are certainly behind the sport. And I want to give a shout-out to them, Berkeley Baits and Evan Williams Bourbon. Of course, Triton Boats and Mercury. And I want to say, a special mention to them because our winning pro after today's weigh-in is going to win a brand-new 19XS boat powered by a 200-horsepower Mercury outboard, fully rigged, tournament-ready package. Want to thank Skeeter Boats and Yamaha, our top-finishing co-angler. That will be determined here within the hour. He's going to win a brand-new Skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard. Want to thank Humminbird Electronics, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, of course, Nitro Boats, and you can get over there, check out the great Nitro line. Certainly have a lot you can see right inside the Bass Pro Shop. So if you would, put your hands together for all those premier sponsors, everything they do. And we have some supporting sponsor, and in this economy, it's so nice to see this list just growing year after year, and it really speaks volumes to what these folks think about the bass fishing industry and the anglers and the quality of people that they are. I want to thank Boat US and their Boat US angler program, Way to Win Contingency, and their Towboat US program that really helped all these anglers throughout the season last year, and we're so glad to have them on board. They're bringing a towboat to each and every event. I think they did 8 tows this week and literally saved those anglers hundreds and hundreds of dollars in potential tow fees. I want to thank Carhartt not only for being here but supporting us with our Carhartt Big Bass tournament, and right now that spot is locked down by Van Soles with a 10-pound, 7-ounce largemouth yesterday. Huge fish. Of course, we talked about Livingston Lures being here and the great technology they have, but also our Livingston Lure Leader Award, which goes to our Day 2 leader on both the pro and co-angler side, $250 award, cash and merchandise award. Cash on the pro side, merchandise on the co-angler side. And Jeff Cloud, our leader going into today, our Livingston Lure leader, getting that bonus money, and we'll talk more about that. And, of course, Brian Jones. Brian Jones had the monster day on day number 1 and backed it up with a solid limit yesterday. He's going to get himself $250 worth of product. I want to thank Lowrance Electronics, Shimano, Diet Mountain Dew, Plano. Glad to have them back with the Bass family again this year. Rigid Industries, and if you follow bass fishing at all, and especially our great Elite Series and our Elite Series pros, they're all tricking out their boats and trucks with all this lighting product, and a lot of that is coming from Rigid Industries, and we're excited to have them as a new partner in 2014. And, of course, Booyah Baits, the great maker of center baits, buzz baits, jigs, a lot of fish catching equipment there that you can go ahead and get in the Bass Pro Shops. So I want to give all those supporting sponsors a big round of applause, if you would. We can't get it done without them. But first and foremost, I have to mention, those national sponsors are huge. But when you come to an area like we have here, Lake Kissimmee, the city of Kissimmee, Central Florida, I got to give a shout-out to my good friends. I hope they're watching. I hope some of them are here and they're watching on Bassmaster.com. The Central Florida Sports Commission. We can't do it without them, of course. The Kissimmee Convention and Visitors Bureau, everything they do. That group down there is just fantastic to work with. In the city of Kissimmee, building the facility down there, and it's about, I'd say 66 to 70% there. It's getting better each and every year, and they've told me that it'll be complete this fall. So by this time next year, they're going to have a 100% finished, top-notch, gigantic tournament facility, event facility in general, not just for tournaments, but really, really excited to work with those folks over the last 10 years and excited to see where they have gone. So those are all the people we got to thank, and we're going to ask you one more time to put your hands together hot and heavy for all of those sponsors and keep them together for some of the most important folks our volunteer base, and this week made up a lot of Bass Nation members, but also a huge group of sport fishing team associations. You got the jerseys on. Give them a big round of applause. These young men, I think they're all young men. Did we have any young ladies all week? I don't know. I didn't see any around. Okay, so we're safe. We do. We see a lot of the young ladies around the country, so I want to make sure. But this week, all these young men were doing a fantastic job. They showed up each and every day. They hauled literally hundreds and if not thousands of pounds of fish, and I really appreciate everything they've done. So we got a big day. We got the anglers lining up. We got a lot of fish to see come across the scales, a lot of clapping to do, a lot of cheering to do, a lot of thanking to do. But before we get started, the most important thank you we have to do is please rise and remove your caps so we can pay tribute to our fighting soldiers that are doing so much to protect our freedoms, and, of course, our veterans with the playing of our national anthem, and our flag is located right over our Bass Pro Shop store. All right, keep your hands together for me, because one more important guest up here on the Bass stage is my good friend. Been working with him many, many times in the past. Come on up, David Driggers. I let David do all the heavy lifting, of course, part of our Bass Nation here in Florida. And again, we just can't do it without you and your great group of volunteers. We can't say how much we appreciate it.
Chris, you're exactly right. We got a lot of help this weekend from some of our Florida Bass Nation members, some of our club members here locally, and then the teen sports anglers. Couldn't have done it without them. We greatly appreciate all of them coming out and helping, and looking forward to wrapping this thing up today.
We are as well, and we're looking forward to crowning a champion and punching someone's ticket to the 2015 Bassmaster Classic. You folks ready to make that happen right here? You guys ready to cheer loud and proud? Show them what Central Florida is made of? Let's get this thing rolling. You ready, David?
I'm ready, Chris. Let's do it.
You ready? Let's get our first angler coming on up. Our pro angler, Joe Ventrello from Apopka, Florida. He is fishing with co-angler Tim Burton from St. Cloud, Florida. Here's the deal. The co-angler is going to bag his fish. Come on up here. We'll get a weight on him. Talk to him about his week. Remember, we started with a 200 co-anglers, 200 pro anglers. We've cut to the top 12, so Tim has done an outstanding job this week. We're going to hand him over here to David Driggers. Oh, man, how are we doing?
It's tough.
Tough? I thought today with the size skies, things might turn on a little bit.
This was the better of the 3 days, but the first 2 days were brutal.
Today's weight for you, after 15-12, after 2 days, go ahead and add 314. Going to give you a total weight of 19-10 and have you sitting in fourth place right now.
Thank you, sir. I had a good time. I had 3 lucky draws, and they're awesome guys. I had a lot of fun this week.
Excellent. You made some new friends, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out and fishing with us. Thank you, Tim. All right, now we're ready for our first pro angler from Apopka, Florida, right up the road, Joe Ventrello. I heard Joe as I was heading down to the boat ramp this morning doing a little interview. Unfortunately, I had a little business to take care of. I didn't hear every detail of what you said, so tell me, did what you talked about on the interview today, did that pay off?
It sure did. I had fished all practice and all first 2 days of the tournament, but it was getting worse and worse, and I got lucky and drew an awesome co-angler that actually lives down here. I fish against him all the time, and we just put our minds together and went fishing and caught plenty of fish. Great day.
Looking for 7 pounds, 3 ounces to take over the lead. 12 pounds, 12 ounces, a new leader. Hold a couple of those up, Joe. All right. Folks streaming online. Nice. Yeah. Oh, my. Look at that. We got a photo tower up there. You see that? That's dangerous. Be careful. Oh, man. So tell us what the keys were this week, bait-wise, location-wise. What do you want to share?
It was just a lot of open water fishing. There really wasn't much going on in the bank. They just they weren't bedding. It was too cold. I think if this tournament would have been 2 weeks earlier or probably 2 weeks later, you probably would have seen some huge weights, some big fish caught. But it's just part of fishing. You got to go with what you got. But the weather was really tough, and there's a lot of things that definitely help. I don't know how some of these guys fish and don't have power poles. It was windy, and you're fishing so much shallow structure, and without power poles, I don't know how you do it.
And you are eligible for that Captain's Cash program. If this holds up, that would be a bonus of $500 for you.
It'd be awesome. I doubt it'll hold up, but, I had 3 great days on the water for this tournament, and I can't complain. I doubt I'll win it, but it's been a great trip, and I'm happy with what I got.
Excellent job. Thank you, Joe. And I'm not going to have you go too far. I'm going to ask you to take a seat right here in the pro hot seat, if you don't mind. And we'll see how this thing shakes out. All right, come on up. Our next pro from Lakeland, Florida. A lot of great anglers, several Elite Series pros coming out of that area. It's Eric Conant and his co-angler Marlon Crowder from Tampa, Florida, who started the day in second place. And I'm anxious to talk to Marlon because Marlon actually travels with our Livingston Lure leader, Brian Jones, who was leading the co-angler side. So the two are traveling together, roommates. They're 1-2 going into the final competition day of the Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Southern Open, presented by Allstate. And you're sitting in second place still. We've only had one co-angler weigh in. You need 2 pounds, 8 ounces to take over the lead. Bam, 2 pounds, 8 ounces. Hold those up, man. You may have just... So pretty much if your good friend Brian Jones, unless his 12-inch fish, if he brings one 12-incher and it weighs 1 ounce, in which case we would have a tie, he's going to beat you. But you've had... Did he measure that little one good?
Yeah, they measured a couple times. They needed to.
So tell us about the night, man. I saw Brian on the dock a little bit. He said he didn't really sleep much.
Yeah, we had to scramble out and find a hotel room, so we didn't get a hotel room until about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then getting our stuff ready. It was hectic last night.
Dude, this is Kissimmee, Florida. There's hotel rooms on every corner.
Well, we had to eat, and we found one, but it wasn't that hard.
It wasn't like $29.99 a night, was it?
No, it was not one of those deals.
All right, well, a great week for you. You're sitting in first place with 23 pounds and 1 ounce. You're out of Tampa, Florida. Great job. Don't go too far. I'm going to have you take a seat right there. And meanwhile, we're going to watch your pro angler from today, from Lakeland, Florida, Eric Conant. Come on up. He had 27 pounds and 11 ounces after 2 competition days. He just got knocked down by Joe into 12th place. He's got not quite a limit of fish. That's going to hurt here because you need 12 pounds, 12 ounces to take over lead.
Yeah, I don't have that.
All right, well, the good news is you get to run around this lake in a Triton Mercury, just like the one we're going to give away to the winning pro. Today's weight for you, 4 pounds and 12 ounces. Tougher day for you, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my fish. They vacated the area. I did better when the weather was bad.
You've been putting such a whooping on them the last 2 days. They had to get out of there, man. They were scared of you.
Yeah, they did. And I ran some new water and tried some other stuff, and it just didn't pan out.
All right, well, a great job this week. Congratulations. Put your hands together for Eric. 32 pounds, 7 ounces. Solid day. All right, come on up. Our next pro angler rolling on up here, pulled behind one of these beautiful Toyota Tundra pickups. Put your hands together for Jared Dial from Winter Haven, Florida. What? Fishing with from New Windsor, New York, Scott Fairchild. All right. Scott's going to go ahead and bag his fish. He needs 9 pounds, 7 ounces to take over lead from you, but he does have a limit of fish. It's going to get interesting. Question is, does he have the right ones? We'll talk to Scott. What'd you say, Scott?
Not today. Didn't get any big bites today. I got some bites, but nothing real big.
All right, he's got 3. 4 pounds, 5 ounces. Going to put you in 5th place. Very, very respectable finish for you with 18 pounds even. Remember, these co-anglers are fishing for 3 fish a day. Oh, look, they're trying to leave you up here, Jer. Hey, talk to me, man. Tell me about your week.
My week? Oh, week was great. We started off with beautiful weather. It was nice and warm. And then New York decided to come down and...
Felt a little like home, huh?
Yeah, and I left all my winter gear in New York, so I had to go out and buy a few things,
I hope it was that great Carhartt line because I was wearing it all week. I was nice and toasty.
Yeah, my good Carhartt up in New York. But I just want to say hi to my wife who came over to see us today. My son, Ian, who's in the United States Coast Guard, serving our country right now.
Thank you to all those service members.
Thank you very much to all the Coast Guard and U.S. forces. My other 2 sons, Mike and Matt. Love you guys. Be home soon.
All right. You ever think about maybe trimming this off and like Texas rigging it? I think it might work.
Well, I started doing this in 1999, fishing with bass. This is the first time I made the cut. It's not coming off.
All right. Great stuff. Thank you, Scott. 4 pounds, 5 ounces today, 18 pounds overall. Okay, now we're ready for you. Come on up. Jared Dial from Winter Haven, Florida. Jared has some fish in that Berkeley bag. Not quite what he was hoping for because he did come in 1 shy of his limit. That's the bad news. Good news is you only need 12 pounds, 9 ounces to take over lead.
That's not going to happen.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get a weight today. 7 pounds, 8 ounces going to have you in 2nd place. What happened today?
I really believe I just completely ran out of fish. I was fishing very shallow, very fragile water. It's crystal clear, maybe 6 inches, 12 inches deep, and I was getting 15 bites a day, and today what you see is what I got.
All right, so getting all those bites earlier in the week that propelled you into top 12, what were you using? What were your key baits to go to?
Well, I was flipping what we call a hard line down here, which is basically the cow pasture. It's right up against the bank. I was flipping a bitters bait, BFM, I believe they call it, which is a beaver-style bait, black and blue. Just a good Florida bait.
How deep's that water right up there? Just about a foot deep?
About a foot deep. My boat was sitting on the bottom every day, so when you'd move from one side to the other, it would shift. And actually today, believe it or not, I caught one on a devil's horse. Kind of random, and then that messed with me, so I ended up doing it all day.
Looking for that one big bite that the devil horse is so notorious for down here in Florida. Thank you, Jared. A great week for you. Sitting in 2nd place right now with 35 pounds and 6 ounces. All right, come on up. Our next angler, you see him on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Put your hands together for Prattville, Alabama's Russ Lane. He is fishing with co-angler Ellen Agnoli. Alan's going to come up and bring his bag of fish and show the folks what he's got. Dude, that looks pretty transparent to me. Oh, Alan, nothing today, huh? Yeah, you can get the bag weight. We'll give it to you. Oh, that's right. We tear scales for the bag. 0. All right. So tough day for you today, but overall you got to be pleased with your results for the week.
I was. I had a good time out here. I drew great partners, and I enjoyed fishing with bass.
Excellent. We enjoyed having you. Going to end with 12 pounds, 9 ounces. You're going to be sitting in 12th place, and my guess is that's where you're going to be at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out. All right, now we'll welcome up Big Daddy Russ Lane from Prattville, Alabama, trying to punch an early ticket to the 2015 Bassmaster Classic on Lake Hartwell, Greenville, South Carolina, looking for 12 pounds, 5 ounces. Joe, you're looking at that bag.
I'm a little nervous, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get Russ to handle. Did it happen, Russ?
No, not today. I had that one chance at one good one today, and I let it get off. I think it was the exact same one I let get off yesterday.
Looking for 12 pounds, 5 ounces. Ooh, going to fall a little short. 9 pounds and 10 ounces sitting in second.
Man, I'll tell you, the crowd's great. Good to be down here and be down here in some warm weather. It's really cold at home.
Do me a favor. Hold up a couple of those fish, then we're going to hear the rest about your week. Great job, Russ. Oh, yeah. Okay, Sherry, you came down here, and now we got the sunshine you were hoping for.
Yeah, that's right. I had a couple of deals going this week. I caught some fish out in the hydrilla out in the middle of the lake on a Spro Fat Papa 55. It's just a little crankbait. It works really good when the water's cool. And then up in the day, I'd go flipping a big bite, real deal crawl, and the matted stuff. And that's my 2 favorite things in the world to do is flip matted grass and cranking. So when you can do both in one tournament, that's awesome for me. So, but it was a fun time this week, and I always enjoy coming down to Florida this time of year.
Well, you've had a lot of success. You had a very solid tournament down at Lake Okeechobee just about a month ago, right here, backing it up, sitting in second place overall after we started with 200 anglers, and not only a lot of great Elite Series pros, but certainly some great Open pros, FLW Tour pros, and local sticks. So, you're really, your record here in Florida is impressive, Russ.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like you said, 200 boats. I don't care who's out there fishing. If you can finish in the top 10 or 12 and 200, that's good with me.
All right, excellent job. Put your hands together for Russ Lane, a great competitive angler. In the meantime, keep them together for Red Flowers from DeLand, Florida, rolling on up with Frederick Rigdon from Bellevue, Florida. And we got an interesting package up here. You don't see these flats boats very often in a top 12 of a Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Open presented by Allstate top 12 finals. But we sure got one today. Of course, Red's been fishing with us for years. Yeah, come on up, Frederick. You know the routine, man. You come up here and listen. I got Frederick. That's what it's telling me.
All right.
You prefer Fred?
Hey, I'm good with anything.
All right, Fred. All right, 3 fish. 3 fish is the limit on the co-angler side. We'll get a weight. 3 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah, just barely measured that 12-inch minimum, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty tough out there. I missed 1 fish. That was probably a 5-6 pounder, but that was it.
All right, well, right now you're sitting in 7th place. We got a few more anglers to weigh. You had 16-4. Going to be a great paycheck for you. Thanks, everyone. Say goodbye to Fred as he leaves the stage here today. And then welcome up Red Flowers from DeLand, Florida. Oh, he's got a big mouth. I don't know. It looks like you were straining there, but I'm not sure that's a strained bag there. I know, because he wears pink shoes.
Yeah. Well, the pink shoes are about the cancer deal.
Absolutely, and a great cause. I was just making fun of you.
I actually have personally declared war on cancer. I lost 2 good friends this week, and I think if everybody did a little bit of something, one person would have to do a lot. So that's what that's all about.
All right, well, great cause. You want to get a photo here of 8 pounds and 1 ounce. Pick out your biggest one. Get a photo op of Red. 36 pounds, 4 ounces. Going to have him sitting in 4th place overall. Man, they're just as hard to catch in here, aren't they? All right, very good. Folks, we're streaming live. They're watching on Bassmaster.com. Any of your friends at home watching on Bassmaster.com?
Let me tell you about some fans. Hi, everybody at home to start with. I've been getting a bunch of texts, and everybody that's here.
Yeah, look at the group out there. Oh, I see a lot of pink out there, too.
Yeah, and this morning when I got to the boat ramp, I had a friend and a fan standing there waiting on me at 5 o'clock. Going to put the boat in, and I thought, man, this is amazing, you know. Maybe I can actually fish for a living, huh?
Yeah, pretty cool making these top 12s, huh?
Yeah, I got a good travel partner, John Kramer. We all know him.
John, a notorious Central Florida fisherman, a great sight fisherman, and really wasn't his type of bite this week, but he had a pretty good tournament as well.
Yeah, he's a tough customer. I figure if I can't beat him, I just join him. So he's good on the road, and again, I fought back as hard as I could today, run out of fish, and the wind didn't blow today. I needed to win, but good luck to my man here behind me. There's nothing I'd love more than to pull a 9-pounder out of that bag and knock him out of that chair, but I couldn't do it today.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Great job. Excellent job. Thank you, my friend. 3rd place right now with a total weight of 36 pounds and 4 ounces. All right, here he comes from Zephyr Hills, Florida. Our co-angler, Livingston lure leader, Brian Jones. And he's fishing with a great Bassmaster Open Pro, Micah Silverman from Belle Isle, Florida. All right, man. How you feeling?
Well, I fish against Micah all the time, and he kind of told me the boat ramp out what he had, and if he's telling the truth, then I'm probably all right. But I've fished against him enough to know he never tells the truth.
All right, but the more important question is, how are you feeling? He needs 1 ounce.
Well, I've already got a little inside information, so.
Well, he brought a bag of fish, and it's not an empty bag, but it does have 2 fish, and they are going to weigh 4 pounds, 14 ounces. Going to give him a total weight of 27.14. Put Brian Jones in the lead. All right, and that bite right there was key. Tell us about your day. 2 fish. Were you worried because you didn't have that limit?
Yeah, I was worried. I didn't get my limit to 12, or not a limit, but my fish to 12, so it was rough. I had a bad day, kind of, I guess. It was rough.
A bad day that could end with a brand-new Skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard. That sounds real rough to me.
No, not when you say that.
You just said you had a bad day.
No, because I didn't get my limit.
Okay. Well, you're sitting in 1st place. I want you to say goodbye to your good friend Marlon. Travel buddies. He knocks them out of the hot seat. They were number 1, 2 coming into the day. Now we'll welcome from Belle Isle, Florida, Micah Silverman. 28 pounds and 8 ounces after 2 days of competition. He's got 3 fish, so a couple shy of that limit. You need 11.15 to knock Joe out.
Not going to happen.
Today's weight for you, 7 pounds, 8 ounces, is going to put you in 4th place. 4th place right now. You got a good one to hold up for the folks there?
No, I got about a 4-pounder, but.
Let's hold it up. We need to get some photos. Jeez. A lot of guys would have taken that. There we go. 4-pounder that should be about 6, right?
Yeah, it wasn't quite big enough.
All right, go ahead and put it. Anyone you want to say hello to and thank about the tremendous week you've had here?
It was good. Practice was terrible, so I'm pretty fortunate just to be here, and I'm just hoping my non-boater wins that boat, so I feel really bad since he didn't get a limit.
All right. 4th place right now, 36 pounds even, very respectable weight. Thank you, Micah. Meanwhile, our next angler coming on up to the scales, the pro from Haines Cities, Florida, Van Soles. Got a chance to fish with Jason Rice from North Carolina. Joe, you're just sitting here making money. This is the easiest money you ever made.
By far.
You just sit in this hot seat, what you like to call it, and just make dollar after dollar. The longer you sit here, the more I'm going to pay you.
I wish I could just put some screws and screw my feet in here and never leave, but we'll see.
All right, well, we got a lot of more anglers left to weigh. First, we're going to get kicked off with Jason Rice. Jason's got a monster bag because he can't even get them out. Jason, that's a nice one. Oh, but it's Van's fish. Van, you just stay up there. Van's jumping ahead, man. You just stay. Put your fish in the live well. Van's jumping ahead. He's stealing your limelight, Jason. Man, he's anxious, huh?
A little bit. He's got reason to be, though.
All right, yeah, I saw. He sent me some photos. You know, we put our photos up on Bassmaster.com on the blog, and he sent me a photo to throw up there, and I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell. You know how these anglers are. They all got the Rowan Martin thing going, you know, where they hold away out there like that. But it looked like he had a couple bookends, you know. I'm going to say 4 to 6 pounders. Is that true?
Well, if you multiply that by about 3, then he might have those.
He had like 12 pounders? 15 pounders?
I'm not going to take that man's glory right there. You'll find out in a little bit.
All right. Well, for you, Jason, unfortunately, not any fish today. Good news is you're still in 11th place with 12 pounds and 9 ounces. Going to get a great check. Anyone you want to say hello to?
Yeah, I've got my wife out there and some family that come to see us. Want to thank them for making the trip. A lot of folks back home that they're supporting, been sending text messages, praying, and stuff like that, and I appreciate that. Also want to put a shout-out to MotorMate locking system. They're the ones who helped me do these trips and help me with the funding and stuff like that. If you guys have a bass boat out there and you don't have a MotorMate locking system on that motor, get you one. That supports those motors going down the highway, bouncing down the potholes, hitting bridges, all that stuff. It keeps those things rock solid. So look it up, MotorMateUSA.com.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Jason. We want to say thank you for coming out and fishing with Bass, and we hope to see more of you in the future. All right, Van, now we're ready. From Haines City, Florida, welcome to the stage, Bassmaster Pro Angler Van Souls, and we already gave you a sneak preview. What? Uh-oh. I hope my friends with the trophy catch over there are ready for some registrations. She's ready. I see her. We may have some qualifier. Of course, they got to be at least 8 pounds. What do you think, folks? We got at least an 8-pounder there? Maybe 2, huh? All right. We're going to go ahead and get Van up here. He does have a limit of bass. He needs to have 11 pounds and 1 ounce, and I think those 2 alone did that.
By far.
All right. So, Van, a banner day for you. Are those the 2 you sent me the photo of?
Yeah, my co-angler did. He said, I got to get a picture of those and send them in to you.
Today's weight for Van, looking for 11 pounds and 1 ounce. Watch the scales. 21 pounds and 9 ounces. What? Giving him a total weight of 50 pounds, 15 ounces. Hold those 2 up one more time. Then we're going to get them back in the water. We're going to send the rest over there. Yeah, right here. They're streaming live. Man. All right, we're going to get a weight on those big boys. Can you hold the small one? And by small, I mean the smaller one. Put the big one in there. We're going to see if that is definitely. What do you think? What's your guess?
9.2.
Looking for 10.7 to take over Carhartt Big Bass. He just thinks that it's not quite going to be that. 8 pounds, 14 ounces, so there's one qualifier. What do you think? Is that over 8?
Nah, this is not going to do it.
All right, he says no, so we'll go ahead and put that one in there. I was kind of curious if you'd have 2 eligible fish, but you definitely got one at 8.14. But more importantly, you're leading this tournament, sitting in first place with a total weight of 50 pounds, 12 ounces. Man, this feels good.
Yeah, it does. You know, first and foremost, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing me in this day and every day of the tournament and giving me the opportunity to come out here. I want to thank my family and friends over here that showed up, everybody from Camp Mac, my boy Bryce over there that I fished with, the Junior Bassmasters. He's going to be a heck of a fisherman one day. He already is. He's going to be on this stage one day. So it was just a great day, a great experience. I had a great time on the water. You know, it was just it was a lot. It was a lot of fun today. The other 2 days were it was a grind. And yesterday I didn't get my fifth fish until 5 minutes till weigh-in in Lake Toho after I spent the whole day in Kissimmee. But today it kind of happened pretty early today, and it was a big relief, and I felt like I had a monkey off my back. So the rest of the day went pretty smooth. It went by fast, and I was just trying to enjoy every moment of it, and it was just a great time.
And this has got to be a very enjoyable moment right here in the Bass Pro Shops parking lot in Orlando, Florida. And I'm going to have you, unfortunately, say goodbye to my good friend Joe and take over this hot seat here and see how this thing shakes out. All right, come on up. Our next pro angler rolling on up, David Williams from Maiden, North Carolina. He is fishing with co-angler from Longwood, Florida, Chip Dover. Chip's going to come up and weigh first. He had 17 pounds and 15 ounces after the first 2 days of competition. Remember, that is only 3 fish limit each day. He needs to have some big, big weight. I think you're safe, Brian. That 9.3 on day number 1 is feeling pretty good. That's going to make Brian tough to beat right here. To catch a giant fish like that on day number 1, you're going to be tough to catch. Today for you, 2 pounds and 10 ounces. You're going to move all the way up into 3rd place. Great job with these 2 fish, bringing your total weight of 20 pounds and 9 ounces.
Yesterday was a lot better than today. Today was tough. We fished like crazy, and partners got a great bag over there, and big crowd. We're really loving it. So great opportunity to be here.
All right, you fishing the rest of the events this season?
No, this is only one of the Southern Opens I'm going to fish, but I fish a lot of club tournaments around town here, and I'll fish one in a couple of weeks, and then a week after that, so a bunch of them.
All right, well, come with us up to Jasper, Alabama for our second stop, and then over there in Charlotte, North Carolina, man. It's a lot of fun out here.
I'll have to talk to my wife about that, who, by the way, is in the crowd, and my son, so we got good support going on.
All you got to do is reinvest some of this money.
Got to get the boat working perfect first.
All right, well, great job. Thank you, Chip. Put your hands together for Chip. 20 pounds, 9 ounces. Going to have him in 3rd place. All right, he said he had a pretty good day there, David. Let's see what you got. You need to have 21 pounds and 3 ounces to knock Van out of the pro hot seat. All right, couple good bookend fish. All right, David, great job. Ah, man, we're going to need some big weight, though. We're going to need 21.3 to take over the lead. I'm not sure, unless those were the 2 smaller ones, and they were good quality fish, but unless those were the 2 smaller ones, you're not going to knock out Van, but you're going to move up this leaderboard because you're currently sitting in 12th place right now. 29 pounds, 13 ounces after the first 2 days, and bam, we add 14 pounds and 5 ounces, going to move you all the way up into 2nd place. Hold a couple of those up here on the Bass stage. Yeah. Good solid 3 to 4 pound fish there. Tell me, man, hey, I live right up the road. I need to know exactly everything I should do here on the Kissimmee Chain of Lakes.
I'll tell you what, I've never been here before. This is my first time. This is a great place to fish. Weather didn't quite show what it's capable of, but I kind of took what I know from home this time of year, used it out here. Man, I left my shoulders in the lake. I ripped, jerked, twitched, jerk bait for 3 days, and I have nothing left.
Are you talking about a soft plastic jerk bait or a hard jerk bait?
Just hard jerk bait, suspended jerk bait.
All right, so you're fishing it over some, I guess some grass, but you got a water column between the surface of the water and that grass that you're able to fish that suspended jerk bait over.
Yeah, I found some grass and about 8 to 10 foot of water, just some hydrilla and jerking it around it, just some scattered grass, and it held up every day. Today was a little tougher. I didn't get but about 8 bites a day. Been getting about 15, 20 a day.
All right, you know, cold weather. I'm from up north, and cold weather, we made those jerks, and then we pause a long time. You know, Florida, we had some really cold conditions. Were you making long pauses, or were you ripping that thing along pretty fast, or kind of varying it from day to day, depending on what the fish wanted?
Early in the morning, I had to really slow it down. You just barely move it and stop it, and most time they hit it when it's dead stop. But later in the evening, you could really rip it, and they would come up and trigger the bite.
And that's great stuff and really great information, David, because we know we had some, you know, I have normal conditions over here the last few days especially, and it's really, I mean, you hear a lot of baits that are talked about here in Florida, certainly with the heavy punch in the grass, you know, worms that were kind of revolutionized down here, but it's, the suspending jerkbait is really not something you hear a lot about, but it can catch fish just about anywhere in the country.
Oh, yeah, and it's deadly this time of year. Especially when that water gets down in the 50s, 40s, and 50s, they won't really chase. So you really got to slow down and just set it in their face.
Excellent job. Great information. 44 pounds, 2 ounces. Second place right now, David Williams from North Carolina. Meanwhile, we got our next pro rolling on up from Lithia, Florida, Garrett Rockamora. Got a chance to fish with co-angler Butch Crook from Valrico, Florida. Yeah, Butch. I heard of you. Yeah, Butch. All right. Butch needs 8 pounds and 3 ounces to jump into the lead. He's only got one fish. So I would have to send Butch immediately over to the trophy catch program if this one fish weighs 8.3. But I don't think it's quite going to do that. But I want him to come up, part of that North Tampa Bass Club. Yeah, man. Great group of guys. I heard you guys are the biggest in the state right now, huh?
Oh, I wish we were. I hope so. That'd be nice to know.
All right. Today's weight for you, one fish. 1 pound, 3 ounces.
What are you going to do? You know, it's a tough day for us.
It was a little tough, evidently, but overall, a great week. If I had registration on Wednesday, we had a registration on our angler meeting on Wednesday evening. If I said, hey, Butch, you're going to be in third place at the end of this thing, would you be happy with that?
Oh, I'd be overwhelmed.
So you should be very happy then. 20 pounds, 15 ounces, sitting in third place. Great job, great week.
Hey, thank you, and I'd like to thank Toho Marine, North Tampa Bass Club, and the Tampa Bay Junior Bass Club, and the TSA for all that they do, too. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone, and thanks for the Bass Pro Shop, too. So.
All right, and thank you. Appreciate you, man. We'll see you down the road, okay? All right, in the meantime, come on up, Garrett. Garrett Rockamora. Garrett needs 20 pounds and 13 ounces. Oh, he's going to dig into the bag. Nice quality largemouth bass. He's going to bring that Berkeley bag right up here to the stage so my good friend David Dragers can get a weight, but I see, unfortunately, one shy of your limit.
Yeah. Lost probably about 4 or 5 2-pounders a day because they were biting weird, but that's how it goes.
All right, what do you do for a living?
I work at Power Pole and I cut grass.
You work at Power Pole?
Yeah, about half the production is here.
About that, over there, the guys from Power Pole. Hey, thanks, guys, man. You guys make some awesome product. All you anglers, put your hands together for Team Power Pole and everything they do. Some of the great technology they've come out with. Oh, you needed some big weight, and you're going to fall about 12 pounds shy of what you needed with 8.14. But overall, you're sitting in fourth place. Great job, Garrett.
Thank you. First off, I want to thank God because without him, I wouldn't be anywhere near this position. And thank you for all of y'all coming out. My family is here to support me. My friends are here to support me. Tyler, Brandon, Mike, the whole crew, Alex, Power Pole, all of my friends. I got people from everywhere to come see me. This is my first open. Probably going to finish in the top 5, hopefully, and fish in the next 2 events. And caught all my fish this weekend on the brand new Gambler Why Not Gold Rush and a Black and Blue. And flipping a 2-ounce weight and a thick hydrilla. And also want to thank Power Pole, JL Marine, They're my sponsor. They put me out here. Without them, I wouldn't be here. But first and foremost, I wouldn't be out here without God and my family and my friends. So I really want to thank everyone who came out, everyone who supported, and thank you very much, guys.
All right, great job, Garrett. Hey, it looks like Team Power Pole's got a little Duck Dynasty over there. Is that true? You guys all got beards.
Yeah, it's true. I just had to shave mine to look good up here, but I'm coming back at them.
Very cool stuff. Thank you, man. 4 fish to go to 8 pounds, 14 ounces. Going to have you move up into 4th place overall, which I believe is where he started the day, so he stayed consistent. Meanwhile, our next angler coming on up started the day in 3rd place. He's from Ocoee, Florida. Come on up, John Brazell. And John is fishing with Mike Spears out of Jasper, Alabama. That's the home of our second stop of the Bass Pro Shops, Bassmaster Southern Opens, presented by Allstate. Mike's asking me a question. Yeah, bring your fish up, Mike. You're good looking and all, but the fish are way better looking. Mike's going to go ahead and, oh, what? All right, that is a nice one right there. Don't know if that's quite going to be enough to be our new Carhartt Big Bass right now at 10 pounds and 7 ounces. Van knows all about that fish. I think that one may hold up here today.
I sure hope it does.
I bet you do. I bet you do. That's a bonus $500. And Mike Spears, no stranger to winning these tournaments, has won a Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Open in the past. He needs 3 fish. Boy, you need 3 giants. They need to be 14 pounds. You made a strong run at it, but that's going to have to be a solid bag.
I don't think I got 14 pounds. I think I'm going to be close, but.
You made a solid run. 12 pounds and 8 ounces. Going to move Mike Spears all the way up into 2nd place one time. Man, he's got a first in the past, or last year, I believe. First last year. Right now he's sitting in 2nd with only 2 more co-anglers left to weigh in. So definitely looking at a top 5. Oh, man. Where you going? How you doing?
Well, I ain't getting on the hot seat, am I?
All right. Well, you're not. I mean, you can't win them all, but you want some good news?
Yes.
All right. You had a great day yesterday. I mean, you had a very good day today, but you had a great day yesterday, too. How much weight did you have?
I had 13-15, I believe, yesterday.
13-15 yesterday, then backed it up with 12-8 today. 2 very good days. But you kind of did, not so hot on the first day.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, what'd you have that day? I forget.
0.
He zeroed. So you're basically thinking, man, I zeroed. I'm out of it. I got nothing.
Yeah, I was ready to go home that day.
All right. Well, you're ready to stick around and say hello to all these nice folks today, though, right?
That's right. I'm ready to stay here a while.
Well, courtesy of Allstate, we have a new program just for guys like you. Stay right there. And Jennifer Ricardo from Allstate, a local agent, is going to come up and present you with a check for $150, Mike, based upon your winning the Good Hands Great Day Award, courtesy of Allstate. There we go. Zeroed on day 1, 13 pounds and change on day 2, propelled himself into the top 12. After kind of a miserable day 1, and now he's sitting in 2nd place overall. Thank you, Jennifer, for coming up and doing that. So, it wasn't necessarily all bad for you, Mike. No matter how things turned out, you're going to get that bonus money.
Yeah, that'd be good money. I get Allstate money all the time. I run the body shop, and they pay me to fix them, and they do a good job. They pay good money, and we're supposed to fix them back just like they were. And
so firsthand you're in good hands with Allstate, like they say, huh?
That's right.
All right, great job, Mike. 2nd place overall. We're going to send you off the stage, but a tremendous job. All right, now we're ready for John Brazell from Ocoee, Florida. Cha-ching! I'm liking what I'm seeing, John. Put them in the Berkeley bag and bring them on up here. John trying to propel himself into the lead. You guys do know there's a 2015 Bassmaster Classic at Berth.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm hoping I can book my reservations.
All right. Well, you're fishing all three tournaments, right? Because that is one of the stipulations.
If I pull this thing off, then I will be signing up for the next two.
All right. Well, you better. All right, John, you got to a good solid. Ooh, I was going to say limit, but you're one shy. Today's weight for you, 11 pounds, 13 ounces. Going to put you in third place. Hold a couple of those up. Of course, what I'm talking up here to Van about is you do have to be participating in all three. Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Oaks presented by Allstate to qualify for the Bassmaster Classic. That one's a fatty. She's about to pop. Tell me about your week, John.
This week was pretty good. Today was tough, especially today. My co-angler, he absolutely roasted him right in front of me. I caught 4 fish, and he caught like 12, and he was culling 3-pounders all day. It was crazy.
And you're like a big cheerleader for him because if you can't win, you want to see your co-angler win.
Yeah, I'd love to see him win, but I think he was a little too far behind today to catch back up. But I'd have liked to win, but I just couldn't pull it off today.
All right. Well, tell us about the baits you used throughout the week.
This week I was throwing a hard jerk bait. I was throwing an Excalibur lipless crankbait, and today I was throwing an Alabama rig and Carolina rig.
All right, that's an Alabama rig. I've heard that a few times this week for basically the first time here in Florida.
Yeah, where we were fishing at, it was in deeper water, and everybody in the world was in goblets. There was 40 boats in there yesterday, and my partner started throwing that rig and started whacking on them. Then I picked it up and tied it on, and I ended up catching that big one at the end.
All right, well, great stuff. Thank you. 11 pounds, 13 ounces, 43.3 for the tournament. You're in third place, John Brazell. All right, and then there were two pro anglers and 2 co-anglers, and coming on up next from Jacksonville, Florida, Philip Currie. Fishing with Greer, South Carolina's Daniel Parks. All right, we're going to get Daniel to bag up his fish. Daniel's got, looks like a couple keepers in there. Unless he's got about a 6-pound, 2-ounce average there, though he's not gonna knock Brian out of the hot seat.
No, I didn't get it done today. It's really been a tough week. I had to grind all week to get what I got. Happy to be here on Saturday, and we'll move on to the next one.
All right, well, happy to have you here. We're going to go ahead and get these to settle down at 2 pounds and 8 ounces. Have you in 7th place overall with 18.3. Thank you, my friend. All right, Philip Currie from Jacksonville, Florida. Going to show you a little something, something. Philip has a 5-fish limit. He weighed in 32 pounds and 4 ounces after the first 2 days of competition. He's currently sitting in 12th place, but I think he might be moving up a bit.
I think I'll move up, but not far enough, I'm afraid.
Looking for 18 pounds and 12 ounces to take over lead. Going to lock him in. 16 pounds and 14 ounces. Going to move you into 2nd place. Hold that up one more time for me. And Van dodges another bullet. And that one was a big one right there.
Yeah, this is definitely living up to his name, the hot seat.
All right, Philip, tell us about your week, man. Tremendous job. You're sitting in 2nd, 2 under pro angles we started the week off with. Great job.
Thank you. I fished one hydrilla bed all 3 days.
How big is that hydrilla bed?
It's probably about 100 yards square. And I didn't know the quality of fish was in there. There weren't many. I had 8 bites, 7 bites, and 6 today. One more 4-pounder, and Van and I would have been close.
We might have been fishing tomorrow like we did last year.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll try it again.
All right, well, great job. Appreciate you coming out and fishing with us. 49 pounds and 2 ounces. Going to have you sitting in 2nd place. And then there was one. He was our Livingston lure leader coming into today. He comes from Lubbock, Texas. Put your hands together for Jeff Cloud. Fishing with co-angler Kenneth Underwood from Columbus, Mississippi. We're going to have Jeff, just sit tight, Jeff. We got some work to do here. We're going to get Kenneth to come on up first. No, don't move the boat when he's done. Sit down there, Ken. There we go. All right. Now, oh, Kenneth, you forgot something. You forgot something. Your bag.
Well, I didn't forget them. They forgot me today.
Oh, I hate to hear that. Unfortunately, no fish for you, which is going to go ahead. You got anyone you want to say hello to first?
Yeah, I got a bunch of friends and family, my dad, girlfriend, all them back home watching. They root me on, and I don't feel like I let anybody down and didn't let myself down. I enjoyed it. Florida been awesome to me. I made the cut. I'm going to get a check. Head to Smith Lake, do it again.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you. You're sitting in 11th place right now. Great job. And we're going to make it official because there's a lot of antsy people out there. We're going to give this young man a brand new Skeeter boat powered by a Yamaha outboard and a cool trophy. Brian Jones, who was our Livingston lure leader, holds on to that lead and wins the Bass Pro Shops, a Bassmaster Southern Open on Lake Toho, presented by Allstate Co-Angler Division. All right. What do you do for a living?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay. So where do you live? Do you got your own home?
Yeah, I do. Zephyr Hills. That's my name. Zephyr Hills, Florida.
All right. You got a house in Zephyr Hills. Does the house have a mantle?
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, can you build a mantle?
Yeah. Yes.
I heard a yes out there. Yes.
Yeah, that's my family out there. I want to like to thank a couple people. I like to thank Tracy at Broker's Titles. She sponsored me for this event. Also, my aunt, my uncle, and my cousin. They're watching. They helped me sponsor this event too. So I want to thank you. Big support from my family. Right, the big old crowd right there. I love them. So and my friends are watching. So I got it done. So
you got it done. Great job, Brian Jones. Congratulations once again. Well, how about you take that with you, man, okay? I'm going to ask you to just step off the stage here because we got a little bit of more business to do. I'm sure those teen anglers want to get your autograph, Brian. All right, Jeff Cloud, just sit tight, Jeff. Just leave those fish right there and come talk to me. We're going to make these folks wait a minute. It's cooling off a little bit now. Jeff, how we doing?
2 hours of sleep, and I don't think I had gray hair when I went to bed last night, but I do now. So,
all right. I talked to you on the dock I believe it was actually yesterday morning. We were talking about all that terrible weather over there in Texas, kind of your part of the country, and it was sleet and snow and very ugly conditions. And you guys have a lot of different tournament options over there, so you kind of got out of Dodge and came over here, and as you always do, year after year, fishing these Bass Pro Shop Bassmaster Opens presented by Allstate. It's always good to see, and you came over here, and it's of course miserable conditions here as well, but you persevered forward, and after day 2, you're leading the tournament. You're the Livingston lure leader.
Yeah, it was tough conditions out there. I came here expecting to get in the Florida sun and have fun, and it was almost being like at home right now. But we put our heads down and caught some fish the first 2 days, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
All right, but before we do that bit of business, how about I make this thing official and present you Jeff Cloud with your Livingston Lure Leader Award check, and we'll go ahead and get Mr. James Overstreet to get a photo for Livingston. All right. Bonus of $250. Of course, you're going to get yourself a nice check anyhow. So tell us about the day. Tell us a little bit about your week in general?
I had a very tough practice. I was out fishing 6 to 7 foot hydrilla, fishing hydrilla mat about 200 yards wide. Had another spot I knew I could go get keepers at if I needed it. Day one, they bit good there. I didn't have a keeper each day till around 10:50 though. From about 10:50 to 1, it was on every day. Yesterday, I couldn't catch them in my primary area. I went to my secondary area, got a limit, called 3 times, come back to my primary area and probably catch one around 7. So, and then today.
Tell us about today. That's what everyone hear. All right. I talked to James Overstreet, our great still photographer that's been out on the water, and hopefully a lot of you logged on to Bassmaster.com throughout the week, saw some of the great stuff that he has put on there, and he followed you, and he said, it was a grind for him, but he felt confident that after I left him, as the afternoon kind of moved on, that he'd catch him.
Well, I felt like I was really needing the sun, and every day when the sun popped out's when I caught them. And
well, we got some sun here.
Well, this morning it was cloudy for a long time, and I was sweating it. When he left, I had 4 keepers, I think. I went back to the primary, I caught one more, and I think ended up calling twice. It's a tough day on the water today, though.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get this thing done. We're going to send Jeff off to get his fish. We're going to ask Van to come on up and stand over here in between David Driggers. Again, give all these volunteers a great round of applause for everything they've done. All the Teen Sport Fishing Association kids, appreciate their efforts. Of course, they're Bass Nation members. Last year in this parking lot, I went to do this final weigh-in, and we ended up with a tie. This could be very interesting. He's got a limit of bass. He needs 16 pounds and 4 ounces. Gonna fall a little bit shy at 9 pounds and 1 ounce. Good job, Jeff. Good job, Van. Oh, man. How's this feel?
This is amazing. It's breathtaking.
All right. Well, Van has just won himself a brand new Triton boat powered by Mercury outboard. Over $8,000 worth of cash. And potentially punched his ticket to the 2015 Bassmaster Classic on Lake Hartwell, Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So I'm going to try to find me a co-angler to ride up to Alabama on Smith Lake and see if we can't get in that tournament and finish out the trail. And like I say, we'll go to Hartwell and have a good time. And, just, again, I want to thank the good Lord for blessing me with this opportunity. I want to thank my family and my friends that came to see me, all my fishing buddies, my boy Ricky D and Mike Murphy that came all the way from Toho, followed me all the way here. And I've been fishing with those guys ever since I was like 12 years old, and I'm just glad they can make it with my family too, all my buddies, and it's just a wonderful experience. I'm glad I'll be able to experience it, and I'm just real thankful and humbled by the whole thing.
All right, before everyone gets out of here, though, I want to welcome up Jennifer Ricardo from Allstate to present you the champion trophy. Hold it high and proud. And I want to thank everyone for coming out here to the Bass Pro Shops in Orlando, Florida. And, of course, all of our great partners, Allstate, Toyota, Berkeley Baits, Evan Williams Bourbon, of course, Triton Boats and Mercury Outboard, Skeeter Boats, Humminbird Electronics, Minn Kota Trolling Motors, and Nitro Boats. I thank all those folks. Got anything else you thought of? Did you miss anyone?
Well, I got a sister. She's in Alabama. She kind of picked on me yesterday, I think it was yesterday when I didn't mention her until last, thanking everybody. And so if she's listening, thank you too, Lindsay. And just all my family, I got a great family. We're a fishing family, and it's just they give me a lot of support, and it's just I thank my dad for getting all of us boys involved in fishing. My mom for running my business while I'm not there, and it's just so many people to thank. I thank God for them every day, and all my friends that I fish with at Camp Mac, the folks over at Hoppy's Marines, for hooking me up every time my boat breaks down. You know, those guys will have me out the same day, and they're over in Haines City. If you haven't been there, Hoppy's Marine is a stand-up bunch of people over there to get your boat in and out and get a new one if you need it too. So it's I'd like to say something to my good buddy Doc Swango if he's listening too. He taught me how to flip about 15 years ago, and just real thankful he took me fishing back then and kind of got me on the right track.
All right, well, great job, and more good news for you. Your Carhartt Big Bass from day number 2, 10 pounds, 7 ounces, is going to be another bonus of $500, and the money just keeps coming from Van Sol's Captain's Cash Power Pole, another $500 bonus. Thank you to those supporting sponsors for helping out with that. And, of course, our other supporting sponsors, Boat US, Lowrance Electronics, Shimano, Diet Mountain Dew, Plano Tackle Storage Systems, Rigid Industry, Booyah Baits, and our local hosts. Again, remember that when you get an opportunity to talk to these local organizations, make sure to thank them for bringing Bass to town. Of course, I'm talking about the Central Florida Sports Commission, the Kissimmee Convention and Visitors Bureau in the city of Kissimmee, and mostly thanks to all my young friends with the Teen Sport Fishing Association and the Bass Nation here in Florida, and you, the fans, for coming out. My name is Chris Bowes. We'll see you next year right here. Mark it down.